read out the
That.
we're going to start at
10:18.
The Commissioner's Office is requesting the board approve the disciplinary recommendation and to suspend Matt Granito, dog warden, for 24 hours, 3 working days, without pay for violations relating to employee conduct within the Geauga County Personnel Policy and Procedure Manual, and further approve and authorize the acting county administrator and employee to execute the notice of employee discipline.
I'll make the motion to approve.
Second,
Commissioner Spudler.
I'm going to abstain just as I didn't have a chance to review, some of the details within that, so I'll just abstain on this.
Commissioner Brackey. Aye. Commissioner Blair.
Yes. Okay, at this time, we'll go to item 23, Commissioner's Office is requesting the board move an executive session for the purposes of discussing the employment of a public employee pursuant to the Ohio Revised Code.
I'll make that motion.
Second. Commissioner Spudler.
Aye.
Commissioner Briggs. Aye. Commissioner Blair.
Yes.
Kathy'd like to go in with you on this.
Yes, Kathy.
And she ran back to her office for a quick second, so I'll grab her.
Just
and
tell her
send
to
in.
come back.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, I have you in at 10:20 a.m.
All right, I'll bring this with me.
I can talk and sign.
My card. There you go.
Cheers.
All right.
We are back.
Give me a minute.
No action.
No action.
No action.
We turned at 10:36 a.m.
We probably need Adrian to come back.
Yes.
And I can talk about the other thing first, and then Commissioner Ricky can talk. I was just bringing back to you a couple of change orders for the courthouse for a decision, because every time I go to the meetings on Thursdays, they ask me, is there a decision?
Yeah.
As you know, I have sent you material more than once about the requested showers in the basement of the courthouse. We had drawings, we had prices, we had a rationale for why they wanted them. We had a second set of drawings and a second price, which is $16,000. And so I'm just asking you, are we going to approve this change order or not? It's additional on top of what we've already approved for the courthouse.
Yeah, that's a no for me. For showers. Because it seems like the showers are specifically just for employees to use. I mean, first when I heard the proposal, I thought maybe it was for inmates or something, but it's for employees who work at the courthouse if their power goes out. It seems absolutely ridiculous to me to spend taxpayer money on that. So,
Well, after my research, with the contractor, the base bid was, there was a bathroom there before.
There is a bathroom there now.
There was a bathroom
Yeah.
there before. And to replace the bathroom that was there before, it's in the base bid. There's no extra charge. So that's what my understanding is. So I would say no on the shower.
Okay. So we probably have to have a motion and a vote.
all right. So I move to deny the change order regarding the courthouse shower.
Second,
You're
Commissioner
good.
Brady.
Aye.
Commissioner DeWart.
Yes.
The other item was adding redundancy to the court IT loop. And I did send you some information about that. I will admit I'm not particularly knowledgeable about this. What I do know is that it will cost $9,100. And I can share that the sense I got from the contractors was that it was, I think the phrase was a belt and suspenders, both. Like maybe not necessarily needed to have an effective IT presence in the building. So I don't know if, Frank, if you know anything about this, yeah.
Ma'am, I've not been part of that.
Yeah, I've shared with you what I've gotten from them, and, again, this is an ad of $9,100 if you want to do it or if you don't want to do it.
I mean, I think based on the information we have now, it's a no for me. If they want to come and give us an explanation of why they need this, I'll certainly listen.
Do you want to take a vote today? Do you want me to try and see if I can get someone from Court IT to come talk to you about it?
That'd be good. I'm comfortable with that.
I'm more comfortable to take a vote.
You are comfortable to take a vote, is that what you said?
Do you want to make a motion?
Sure. I would say at this point, I would concur. I would say not enough information. I would say we would just deny it, because at this point, if it's not something that they are saying that they need, I would say that then they don't need it. We haven't heard any kind of information that really makes it another valuable add-on to the additional thousands of dollars that we've already added on to it.
Yeah, we can deny it now, and then if they want to come talk to us, it's up to
Yeah.
them.
Okay.
Is that a motion?
Is that enough of a motion?
I'll make a motion to deny the change order regarding the IT redundancy.
Second,
Commissioner Spillier.
Aye.
Commissioner Brady.
Aye.
Commissioner DeWart.
Yes.
That was all I had for discussion today.
All right. Oh, so then I guess it's me about the dog warden meeting. So Linda and I met with the dog warden, prosecutor's office, sheriff's office, and representatives from Rescue Village. When was that, a week ago?
Actually, it was last Thursday.
Yeah, so exactly.
Yeah. Today.
So, and the purpose of the meeting was to clarify, I'd say, roles and responsibilities in animal control in the county. The prosecutor emphasized that the dog warden has to be available 24/7, 365 for certain cases, and that failure to perform statutory duties could lead to prosecution for dereliction of duty. Rescue Village clarified that as a nonprofit, it's not obligated to act as a first responder, and it's no longer going to be assisting the dog warden unless there's a formal contract in place. And it seems like there was some desire to put a formal contract in place between the parties. So as far as action items, Rescue Village, the humane officer is going to meet with the local police chiefs at their next monthly meeting to explain the role of humane officers, because it seems like there's some misunderstanding there about when they can help and when they can't. Law enforcement requested an off-hour kennel space for dogs in the chance when there is not a response during off hours and they need to detain a dog. And there's going to be an MOU drafted to clarify the humane officer responsibilities. And then, I mean, one thing that I kind of came out of with the meeting is it feels to me like the dog warden department is understaffed to respond to these like 24-hour calls that are part of their statutory duties.
And I think with these meetings of the minds with everybody involved with animals, I think in time, short period of time, we'll have an SOP, which is a standard operating procedure, which everybody will know what to do at any given scenario. And the police department will know, Rescue Village would know, the dog warden would know, and it would be agreed upon, and it'll be a better day for Geauga County.
You have anything to add, Linda, from what I said?
No, it's just, I will follow up with Mr. Holland, that was his name, right? The attorney at the Rescue
Yes,
Village, because he
yeah.
said he was the one who would draft the MOU.
Yes.
That he would send it to me.
Yeah,
So if I don't hear from him in another week, I'll probably
yeah,
bother him.
right. Because I mean, I think there are some times when the dog warden department needs to transfer dogs to Rescue Village for whatever reason, just because of the level of care required or whatever. And so we need that in place for them to be able to accept the dogs.
Thanks for the report. You have anything? Oh, Adrian?
Adrian is
The last item for discussion.
But not least.
Adrian Gordon, Commissioner's Office, Budget Finance Manager. So the last item for the board discussion is the dormant sick and vacation accrual time funds. So this was before my time at the Commissioner's Office. This I think goes back to Dave and Heidi time. So back when funds were a little bit more tight in the county, and the allowable accumulation of sick and vacation time were significantly higher. The payouts that were happening when some people were retiring were some of them were six figures. So
Wow.
at the time it became necessary, they felt, to set aside a fund with some money in it to use in the event that they had a large payout. So since then, the commissioners have taken action to reduce the amount of allowable accumulation of vacation time in order to mitigate some of these large payouts at retirement. And then two, funds have become, a little more available to us through various avenues, particularly the county sales tax and stuff like that. So the necessity for it became lessened. So the initial amount that they set aside in there was $400,000. It has not had any money taken out of it, nor has any more money been put into it. So since it was designed for sick and vacation accrual mitigation, I guess, we could, if we, and this is one of the funds that has been identified by the Budget Commission as being dormant funds that they want to get rid of. So, which I think is an excellent endeavor for them to undertake. There are a number of different funds that have, from this one with 400,000, some of them, you know, have just very small amounts, and it's like, why are these funds here? And from the work that I did in closing out the transit funds when that transfer happened, it's a fairly involved process to get a fund closed out. So
Okay.
the fact that we have the auditor and the prosecutor involved and they can get the courts to do what they need to do, I think this will be a good thing. But we can utilize these funds and get that $400,000 out of there and back into the general fund. I did look back on 2023 and 2024 vacation and sick time usage. And between the two funds, I can account for $437,000 worth of usage for just departments that are in the general fund that don't have any mix of employees with other funds.
So then where
So-
where does that money come from? Because you said there's no money in or out of that fund. So then if
The money was at the onset of the fund. I believe that they took $400,000 from the general fund and put it into the sick and vacation.
okay, but when these departments are paying out for sick and vacation, where is it coming from?
That just comes from their normal
Okay,
appropriations.
that's what I
for-
assumed.
For
Okay.
salaries.
So
yes.
nobody's pulling out of this dormant fund. So
No.
it's just sitting there.
Right, yeah, it was, I think mainly if we had a large vacation payout at the end of someone's time with the county, they would have then, you know, if it was, say, $60,000, they would have taken $60,000 out, put it back into the general fund, and then at some point when they could, they may have
Okay,
replenished that
okay.
with another $60,000, but it really never got used. The necessity for it lessened with the various actions that have happened over the years. So it just became dormant.
Okay.
So,
Any other questions?
no. So I guess my suggestion would be, since we have the ability to transfer those funds to pay for sick and vacation usage, in order to get the fund, you know, remove the money from the fund, we could technically transfer that $400,000 back into the general fund using the sick and vacation usage from 2023 and 2024 as the impetus for that, if that's what the board would decide for me to do. So,
I think that makes sense. Anyone else have thoughts?
No, I agree with Adrian.
so I'll just, if I could have a motion to directing me to do that, then that would be great.
So you need a motion to close the account or the fund rather?
No, technically, we're not really gonna close the account
Okay.
because that is gonna require a little more involvement from the
Okay.
prosecutor's office and the courts to do that. What we're looking to do is just get the money out of it.
Just transfer.
Correct, yes.
So you need a motion to transfer the current balance of the dormant sick and vacation fund.
Accrual fund, yes.
Accrual fund to the general fund.
Correct.
Okay, so
Back
that's my
to the
motion.
general fund.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll second it.
Commissioner Spindler.
Aye.
Commissioner Brady.
Aye.
Commissioner-
Yes.
Thank you very much. That was it, right?
That was it?
Yeah.
Okay, one more.
No.
One more. As we know, Commissioner Brady is going to commissioner training next week. So she will not be able to attend Tuesday's meeting. And I was made aware that I would not have a quorum due to another obligation that had arisen. So I'm asking if the board, could move the regular meeting from Tuesday, February 25th to Thursday, February 27th at the same time of 9:30.
Make that motion.
Second.
Commissioner Spitaleri.
Aye.
Commissioner Brady.
Aye.
Commissioner Boyle.
Yes. Okay. Anything else, Linda?
I have nothing else.
Took care of next week's meeting. This time we'll go into public comment.
Howard, South Russell Village. what did the warden do that required 3 days of penalty? Was it documented? Was he confronted with it, or what did he do wrong that you had to vote on today to dock him 3 days' pay?
You want me to answer that?
Well, it's, wasn't following the policies and procedures.
Does he actually does he get it? Do you send him a document saying he's penalized 3 days because he did something wrong?
He understands. I don't think we should get into the
Do you
details of it
put
publicly.
in writing?
Yes.
It's in writing.
Yes.
It's in writing. He doesn't dispute any
Responsibility for-
facts.
The people like myself to get a copy of the document that penalized him 3 days.
That would be available after it has been executed and then
When it's
checked
gonna be executed?
in the next day or so.
When can I get a copy of it?
After we check with our attorney to make sure that it's okay to
Do I
release.
check with you or check with the,
Check with me
okay.
by the end of the week, hopefully. Wait, today's Thursday. I keep forgetting it's not Tuesday. Give me a couple days.
Next week,
I typically meet with the dog warden every Friday anyway, so hopefully we can execute it tomorrow. And
next
then,
Tuesday,
yes,
Thursday.
hopefully.
or maybe
Thursday.
Secondly, what's going on with the airport?
Well, they're working on a new contract language.
Who's working on it?
Our APA.
Prosecutor's office.
Prosecutor's office.
Prosecutor's office.
It was
When
sent
do
to
you
them.
expect to
last-
hear from the prosecutor's office, and will it become public knowledge?
Oh, it'll become public knowledge.
When are we gonna hear? When's the public gonna hear?
I'm guessing in a week or so.
When we hear back
They
from our
run the
attorney.
risk of losing some of this money if the town doesn't act on it.
2 minutes are up. You're the first winner. My policy, 2 minutes. We will.
What are we gonna hear? My minutes are up.
All right,
We
next
haven't
one.
had an answer.
Let's move on to the next comment, please.
We're waiting to hear back. We're waiting to hear
Linda,
back
I'm
from
not
you.
questioning right now. I'm waiting for an
I think the
answer.
comment period has ended. Okay, let's move on.
Is it my understanding that it's an ongoing conversation that you guys will be having, the meeting that you had with the dog warden and the prosecutor to clarify the roles and responsibilities? The role of, the humane officer, is that still ongoing, or were there
Just,
decisions made?
I would, well, I mean, there needs to be, a memorandum of understanding between the humane officer, Rescue Village and the county. But as far as the roles and responsibilities, I think those are pretty well set forth at this point.
Okay, and the staffing, that'll be taken care of, or is that an ongoing thing also?
I think that's probably an ongoing discussion. That was just my general observation, is that I'm concerned, that there is not adequate staffing currently in the department
Okay,
to meet the statutory obligations
okay.
of the department.
We're meeting weekly and we are in discussions about how to meet that obligation. And he will get the support that he needs to do that, I believe.
Yeah.
Anastasia Nicholas, Sugar Valley Times reporter. Mr. Spitarelli, why did you not have enough info to vote?
I just didn't physically see the stuff that was on the write-up, so I just didn't feel comfortable voting for, making a vote on it.
Why did the other, where's the,
I don't know. I didn't see any of the evidence.
okay, so is it not that you didn't have enough info, but that you didn't have enough evidence?
Both.
I mean, do you feel like obviously you feel like you had enough evidence since you voted?
Yeah, I mean, I think my job is to make a decision. So I try to come to meetings prepared to make decisions, and I ask questions if there's a gap there, as I try to do every week. But yeah, I think that's my job.
Yeah, the language that was presented that I read, the dog warden, Matt, received it a couple days ago, and he agreed to everything that was in language on paper, so.
Okay.
Okay. Is there time for adjournment?
Absolutely. I'll make a motion to adjourn.
So, yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
I